Well, folks, on the air with VA3EWV. Going to be getting our net started here soon. All right. Okay, on the air with VA3EWV AllSTAR EchoLink night. We're getting everything popped in here. The net starts in 3 minutes. So we're going to be having some fun tonight. I had a topic, and I forgot what the topic was. Somebody had brought up something really good for a topic, and it just slips my mind right now. But while we wait for that, we're just going to yes, gotta put a. We're gonna get us a song going as we do on uh every one of our ham nights. There, our just get the radio speaker turned on. There we go. Okay, and see if we have some
connected.
Okay, we're connected. Okay, good. Let's see if we have any folks out there waiting on us. Okay, we got a couple people. We got at least one person out there, so that's good. Right before the bell starts. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor VA3EWV testing. I see one person out there from Tyler, Texas. There. Let's see. Kilo 5 Bravo Delta Lima. Are you there? Okay, so
good evening, Ernest. This is K5DDL. Yes, I am here.
Okay, we're going to be getting started in just a minute. I just want to do a quick radio check. I'm going to go connect the other repeater, and then we'll get started. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Anyone on frequency? Over. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Okay, frequency is not in use. We're going to be adding the repeater to our Friday evening net, and we'll be getting started shortly.
Good evening. The time is 8 p.m.
Just logged myself out. We'll be logging myself in. Hope everybody's doing good. Okay, now I'll get that repeater added. Favorites.
VE3PGC connected to VA3EWV.
Hello, everybody. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Good to see that we have some folks out there. Welcome to the AllSTAR EchoLink Friday evening net. Good to have some folks out there. And also, we have some folks watching on the YouTube live stream. Thanks for being out there, too. Hope everybody's having a good day. We finally got a little bit of no rain today, so that's great. We're going to get started here in just a second. And I do want to, if you have pen and paper, have that with you. Last week, we had a problem with the node, and I had to go to another node, and I didn't have a way to tell anybody, so I'll get that out of the way right now. If you have something to write with or anything like that, in case of an emergency and I lose my node, I'm connected to the VE3PGC AllSTAR node. VE3PGC AllSTAR node. So in case you come and to try to join my AllSTAR, VA3EWV-L, and it's not working, we'll all go to VE3PGC-L and continue the conversation there. Okay, good evening, everybody. It's so nice to see people popping in there. We have the VE6IDK repeater out of Spruce Grove, Alberta. We all want to say thank you for doing that. We are using the VE3 PGC repeater from the Cornwall Club, Seaway Valley Amateur Radio Club. Thank you guys for that as well. We have some folks out here already. I see VE6IDK, VE1DXW, VA3JIC, and K5BDL. Before we get going, let's take any short time check-ins or anybody that has to leave early. Please come now with your name, your call sign, your QTH, how long you've been a ham. Okay, any short time check-ins, please come now. Okay, I'm glad to hear that we don't have any short time check-ins. That means everybody will be here until the end, so that's great. All right, my name is Ernest. Call sign is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. I celebrated being a ham. It was 2 years, January 17th. And in April, I made my 1 year on HF with that. I'm in St. Andrews, West Ontario. I love everything radio, and anything I can get my hands on, I try to get it. And the way this net runs, we have a topic, which something came up good, and somebody asked me a question, and I'm like, that's going to be on our next topic, and then I forgot what it was. But we have a topic, then we have what's going on for the weekend, and everybody have pen and paper because this is a pretty cool net where people actually have questions or they hear something cool from someone else and want to jot it down. Because at the last part of the net, you get to talk to your friends across the air there. Let me pause. Okay, I know what it was now. I know what it was. Field Day is coming up at the end of the month. So we want to hear about, have you ever done Field Day before? Have you ever participated before? Have your club done Field Day? What did you like about it? Anything you learned? Anything about Field Day? That's what our topic is going to be today. So we don't have any short time check-ins right now. So we're just going to go to the top of the list with who I saw first. And that's going to be Kilo 5 Bravo Delta Lima. Kilo 5 Bravo Delta Lima, name, address, rank, and serial number, and all that stuff. Come on in and then tell us if you ever been to Field Day. Over.
VA3EWV and the net. This is K5BDL in Northeast Texas. Yes, we've done Field Day both by ourselves and also with the club. And unfortunately, this year I think I have to work that weekend. I'll have to check the calendar one more time to be sure, but I'm afraid I'm scheduled for that weekend, which that's okay. I mean, there's other times to go out and do radio. Matter of fact, just some Parks on the Air this afternoon with a fellow local ham who got on voice, and I was seeing more digital like FT8, FT4. And I see about half my contacts are on 15 and half on 10. Not really a good day on HF. I think he's still being affected by some solar activities, so maybe another day would be good. Anyway, good to check in on with everyone here, and hope you are doing well and good as well. K5BDL.
K5BDL in the group, Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor returning. If you guys have something to write with, because I am hearing a hum, I don't know if that's with my node or not, but in case, as we have more people added to the chat here tonight, the net, excuse me. If my node goes down, everybody, please go to VE3PGC-L. That's VE3PGC-L. For AllSTAR, it's 2579, 2579er, just in case. All right, thank you, Brad, out of Tyler there. Thanks for sharing your Field Day memories there. And too bad you got to work. Well, it's 2 days and it's 24 hours. I didn't want to say that out loud, but as a person that's been trying to coordinate hours, this is going to be my third year helping out coordinating hours. I always tell people, you know, it goes around the clock. So even if you have a wife with a long honey-do list, when she goes to bed, you can sneak on out and come to field day. All right, thank you. Anyone on the VE6 IDK repeater, VE6 IDK out of Spruce Grove, Alberta, wishing to check in, please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Anyone on the VE3 PGC repeater, VE3 PGC repeater out of Cornwall and surrounding areas? Does anybody want to put a bean in the pot? Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go to the next person I saw that checked in. That was my friend Devin, VE1 DXW. Devin, name, where you're from, how long you've been a ham, and have you ever had any field day fun? Over.
Yeah, Roger that. I'm a Victor Echo 1 Delta X-ray Whiskey. Devin from Liverpool, Nova Scotia. Haven't had any field day activities yet, but I'm hoping to have one next, I think it's one the end of the month, I think, coming in June, so I'm hoping to have every of my setup done for then. Back over you,
Yeah, yes, Devin. Excuse me one second. Had a bit of a cough there. You know, like we just heard from Brad. Brad said he did a little Parks on the Air, did a little FT8 and stuff like that today. I know Devin is getting ready to get out there and do some Parks on the Air. I know he hunts already. And for anything out there like field day, Parks on Air, any contesting, anything, you need somebody sending and somebody receiving. So if nothing else, if you can't get out or you're at home, maybe you can get in the shack and help some people out there while they're doing field day. If you guys couldn't get with your club or anyone like that, they always need somebody to reach out to. So the more the merrier. And Devin, I know you're going to be getting your POTO station on there pretty soon. And in my opinion, and I had a lot of people tell me the same thing, doing Parks on the Air is just like mini field days. So let me pause. Yeah, I remember the first time I heard about field day. I was taking the basic course with Radio Amateurs of Canada. They were giving a free course there. You just had to pay for the books. And the guy Alphonse, who was our instructor, he was getting field day ready. So I started inquiring about our club. They had done them in the past, but they had a little bit of a hiatus there. And I came in with two buddies of mine. And they said, okay, and none of us had any HF privileges at all. And they said, "Oh, just get someone that has an advanced, whatever, and then they can go out there with you, and y'all can just make it happen." And it seemed like such an undertaking, right? Like, you know, getting people together, the tents, to this, to this, to this. And now I'll go out, you know, on a 40-minute lunch break downtown and go activate a park. So that's how quick you can get it up and done now. So now, 3 years later, it doesn't seem like a big undertaking. It's just more, it's more difficult getting people to come out than it does getting anything up. Thanks, Devin. We're going to bring it now to NX3F. NX3F, name, where you're from, how long you've been a ham, and about your field day fun. Come on in.
VA3EWV Internet. This is NX3F. Good evening to everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. My name is Alan, Alpha Lima Echo November, and I'm located in Temple Hills, Maryland. This evening, where we got storms coming through, various tornado outbreaks and stuff, but thank the Lord, the county I live in, well, I live in the county, we're not getting hit by that, but others are around the area. Let me see.
Roger. Thank you, NX3F. Yeah, at least your club does it. We're probably going to get around two on this topic because, I'd like to hear about what station you guys ran in the past, something that you really enjoyed from it or you remember. So start thinking about that because we're going to do a second pass around on this topic to see what radios y'all probably, because, that stuff is interesting to me. Like I said, my first 2 years, I walked around asking people did they want water, tea, or milk, or any tea or crumpets or anything to eat. Right? I wasn't anywhere near a radio. Yes, they did force me a couple times to sit in front of it, but I was off and running, and I did not really. I was just too afraid of it. But now I'm licensed. I got my HF certificate now. I'm ready to go. I have 277 activations under my belt at different places, different weather, you name it. I've done it. So I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the time to come. I'm going to be set up in about 8 minutes. That's how long it's going to take me to set up, about 8 minutes. I'm just going to be sitting there. I'm going to have to get me some coin change and put it in my pocket like my grandfather did. And sit there and talk to people while they're trying to put up their stations. Okay. Thank you, NX3F. We're going to pause for the calls right quick, and I'm going to check on those two repeaters. Anyone on the VE6 IDK repeater or the VE3 PGC repeater wishing to check in, please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's bring it. Let's pick it up with Victor Alpha 3, Juliet India Charlie. Come on in.
VA3EWV, this is Victor Alpha 3, Julie India Charlie. Name here is Jim, and I've been licensed since 2022. Field day. No, I have no big field day. I'm more interested in parks on the air. So I'm getting kind of set up to do that, and I'm hoping in the next couple weeks to be ready for that. Back to net control. This is Victor Alpha 3, Julie India Charlie.
Okay, well, you know what? You're taking the first step. Like I said, field day seemed like it was a big undertaking, lots of anxiety and stuff like that, thinking about doing it. But those of you that are getting ready for or are actively doing parks on the air, that is basically field day. It's the same thing with a different badge on it. So if you're not able to get out with any clubs or things like that, understand that you can do field day yourself at your own place. And if it's just getting out there for a half an hour and just working some stations, right? It's a half an hour working some stations, and you're helping someone else out there get into the log, just like POTA Hunters, right? Devin can tell you about that. He has a lot of success out there at POTA hunting and things like that. I'm more of an activator myself. So if you guys can get the time, it's around the clock. Starts on the Friday, ends on the Sunday, or maybe or something like that. I just know it's a long time. So if you can get out there, that'll be great. Okay, we have checked in K5BDL, NX3F, VA3GIC, V1DXW. That's who I have, and then we have some folks on the net. We have James. James, I don't see your call sign, but if you can put that in the chat. We actually have 5 people watching the YouTube channel right now. Okay, we're going to do the round 2. Well, before we do that, we have another person that just popped in there. Kilo Bravo 6, Juliet Foxtrot Lima. Kilo Bravo 6, Juliet Foxtrot Lima is in with us. Also, Kilo Juliet 5, Romeo Tango. James is on the web there. One day I'm going to get fancy. I'm going to have James too, everybody. James, VA3GIC, my friend James there. I'm going to have him spend some time with us too and talk about the hams over IP and stuff like that with the VoIP phones. So we're going to bring him back toward the end to talk about that. Okay. In the meantime, though, let's take in KB6JFL. Please come down. Name, where you're from, how long you've been a ham, and our topic tonight is field day fun. Have you ever participated in field day, etc., etc.? Please come now.
day is one of my favorites. I haven't been with the club field day for probably since 2012, 2014, somewhere in that area. But this week, I'm actually on the planning committee for the club field day for this year here for the WCLIE club here at Clinton County Central Valley Amateur Radio Club. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm working on that as we speak. So should be fun. And name here is Rob, Radio Ocean Bravo, and as of June 23rd, I've been licensed 50 years. 86 JFM.
Well, congratulations on the 50th anniversary. I know that at our club we give out plaques and stuff for like the 50, the 60. We actually had we've had two members hit 60 years, and I got to see them get their recognition for that. And I know we had a couple of 50s too. So keep the good times rolling. And if you guys don't know, Robert is one of our guys that does the satellite communications. So if you're thinking about that or trying to jump into that or haven't heard about it until now, you can probably reach out for that. So thank you very much. Okay, let's see. We also have Kilo Juliet 5 Romeo Tango saying hello to everybody. That's James out there in YouTube land. So James, I got you in the log there. And I think I have hit everybody on the page. So we got a good turnout today. Let me just get this one in there. 1 second. Okay, Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor returning. I have to keep my eye on the screen there because we have people popping in all the time. So round two here, before we get into what you're doing for the weekend, some of the things that I remember about field day was just looking at the different machines. And the first thing that I saw that I remember, and it stuck with me, there was these two guys having fun. And I forget what radio the guy had, but he was talking to his buddy, but I heard his voice saying CQ field day, yada, 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 yada. And I was like, what kind of sorcery is this? And turns out that radio had a recording feature on it that you could do all that stuff. And I was just so fascinated by that. And I watched those guys, and they were just, running through pile-ups. And then he had all the responses programmed in too. So that was very cool, I'm like, man, that boy's got it going on. I have since that time, my wife purchased me a FT991A there, and I found out that it has 5 memory slots in it. So for Parks on the Air, I do the same thing. So when field day comes around this year, I'm just going to do the same thing. CQ field day is going to be the first one. Whatever the thing is, whatever the exchanges are, is going to be that. And if they say, can I have the call sign again, I'll have that recorded. Because lots of time in the field, I get a call sign. What's your call sign again? And then I just hit the button, and then I put it on there. Okay. Sarah's there with us right now. Sarah. Hello, Sarah. Rada says hello, everybody. Sarah, if you have a call sign, you can put it in there. But if not, no problem. We'll still say hi to you and get your name in the log there. Okay, we have WW1RH that just joined us. WW1RH, or the person that just joined us. My name is Ernest. You're at the Friday evening AllSTAR EchoLink night net that we have every Friday night. I've only missed it twice because I was out of the country. So good to have you in there. We have 3 rounds. The first thing is about field day. If you ever had field day or participated. The second thing is what you're doing for the weekend. Then if you hear something interesting that someone's talking about, we pass the mic along so you can ask those questions at the end. So we'll go ahead and bring in WW1RH. Please come now.
Yes, this is WW. Name is Russ here in Lisbon, New Hampshire. I'm first time checking into this net. I haven't had Echo Links. I'm using my phone, and I hadn't had it on the phone very long. And I kept seeing advertisement for your net tonight, so I thought I'd check in and listen. As far as plans for the weekend, plan is to try and stay dry. With that, WW1RH, I'll send it back to the net, and thanks for letting me join in tonight.
Well, WW1RH in the group, Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor returning. That was Mr. Russell there, joining us for the first time using EchoLink. I want to give you a big round of applause. The reason I started this is EchoLink was my first radio. I didn't have the funds for anything, but then being a member of the club, some of the guys started gifting me with radios. We have a fantastic club, and they gifted me a couple of handy talks and stuff like that until I can afford my own radio. But I was rocking the iPhone 6. And then I have a lot of friends that live in apartment buildings. I have a lot of friends that live in HOAs. I have a lot of friends that are in retirement communities, nursing homes. I met Devin when he was in having some medical procedures done, and he was in the hospital, so we got to talk like that. So I'm going to always use EchoLink since that was my first thing. So the reason I'm saying that is that if anybody ever needs practice or any help or anything like that, I can definitely do that. And if I can't do it, I know somebody who can, because I actually got to meet the guy who created EchoLink, and he actually came and did a presentation at our club. So I can definitely get you the hookup for sure. So, Mr. Russell, before we go away, how long have you been a ham? And have you ever done anything with Field Day? Over.
Yeah, WW1RH back at you. I am, so to speak. I got my first technician license in 2022, and went back that same spring, got that in January, went back in April and got my general, and then this last fall I went back and upgraded to the extra class. But I will say this is that it was a lot of fun learning all that and being able to pass the test. But once you pass the test, then the work begins, learning how to communicate and use all the equipment. There's not much in the test courses about that. So it's been a learning curve for me, being this new at it. And I've been to one of the field day events, but I've never taken part. I went to watch it and see how it went with our local club. But no, I have never taken part in a field day. WW1RH, back to the net control.
WW1RH and the net. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor returning. Hey, look, you gave me some chill bumps there. And I'm so excited for you going back and leveling up on all those exams and stuff like that. Pretty interesting. And also, I'm glad you came tonight. My call is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. And my email address, if anybody wants to write it down, it is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor at MY for my, RAC for RAC, RAC, Radio Amateurs of Canada.ca. If you're having any problems trying to get anything configured, a radio programmed, anything like that, I do this thing called Helping Hams, and I'll be glad to give you a phone call and stuff like that. And we have people that's done the same for me. James, who's going to be talking to us about the IP phones in a little bit, he called me and helped me get all my stuff up. So, Mr. Russell, I want you to know you're in good hands. You have a lot of people here that are definitely willing to help. So if you got something that you need, you just need to reach out to us. Over. Did you copy that?
Yes, WW1RH, we did, and I greatly appreciate it. As new as I am, I'll more than likely be looking for some kind of help sometime along here. So, like I said, I thank you for welcoming me to the net tonight and allowing me in, and I thank you for the work you're doing, because we can all use that.
Amen to that. You're doing fantastic. You're doing fantastic with your first round of EchoLink. Good to have you out there. And like I said, if the Lord says the same, I'm here every Friday every Friday on here, and we do have. If everybody can write this down, I am connected to the VE3 PGC repeater there in Cornwall, Ontario. That's our club's repeater there. AllSTAR node is 2579. If my node kicks the bucket on me, don't fret, folks. Just wait about 5 minutes to go to the other repeater there. We'll keep the party going. Okay, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 folks check in. We have 6 folks watching on the YouTube stream, so we have a party going on. If you can leave your comments in there, we have Sarah and James that have already said hello in there. If you ever done, and Brad, so if you've done any field day stuff, let us know in the comments there. Okay, we're about to go back up to the top. I'm using NetLogger, just so you know, and NetLogger sometimes has a fit, and today it's putting things in its order. So I'm just going to go back to the top of the list and go down. We're going to see what everybody's up to for the weekend. All right. So we're going to bring it and give the mic over to Kilo 5, Bravo Delta Lima. What's going on with you for the weekend there? Over.
VA3EWV and this is K5BDL. Well, today was my Saturday since I have to work this weekend, so that's what I'll be doing mostly. And maybe catching up on a few other things, hopefully too. But unfortunately, working this weekend, but the following weekend should be pretty much free. I won't have to work that weekend, so maybe get in some hamburger activities on that weekend and a couple others. And especially with my wife, K5PFL, and maybe go out and do some photos together.
And her call again, K5 again.
Her call sign is Kilo 5, Papa, Foxtrot Lima, K5PFL. Her name's Peggy.
Oh, I thought that stood for Pretty Foxy Lady. Let her know I said. Let her know I said that. Good to have you both out there, and glad you guys are having some of that potathon too. By the way, like I was saying, I'm not trying to promote Field Day, but I just want everybody to know that it is a pretty long event. So even if you're at the shack and you want to be a scanner listener and just scan the vans, I'm telling you, for those of you that are thinking about working, doing POTA, I would say this: go ahead to the POTA website first and sign up for an account, because one thing that they have in there is worked all 50 states. And when you're doing field day, right, even though it's under the club banners, for those of you that are not participating with the club, this is a perfect time to get out there and hunt those states, right? Because everybody's gonna be out there. So I know I have Hawaii, Alaska, some of those hard to reach places like that. I'm going to be beeline and trying to get some of those contacts there. All right, thanks for being out there. So I guess it's my turn. Let me pause. So yeah, this is going to be my third field day. My third field day. I've had one winter field day too. So after this one, I'll have 4 under my belt. The first 2 I was passes. I did not do anything at all. Too terrified. I had my HF by the time winter field day came around this year. So I was with some buddies of mine there. It was 2, 4, 6 of us, I think. I walked away with about 600 QSOs, and I was working 17 meters practically the whole time. So that gave me a bit of a boost. I was really hoping to have my CW by the time this field day started. We just finished our 5th class, starting class number 6. And I don't have all my letters and numbers yet, but I know it's going to be an exchange too. But I just can't hear anything yet because I don't know all the letters and numbers. But I was really hoping to be doing some CW on this field day. So that's going to be my goal for winter field day. Okay, that's it for me. And also what I'm doing for the weekend, I'm in 1 second, let me pause. I have been blessed to have been in first place December, January, February, March, and April in the Radio Amateur of Canada Outdoor Challenge. And this month of May, I was out of the country 1 week. I was sick 1 week, and I haven't been able to get to go out. because of the honey-do list. I've had 4 times that I've gone out, and I'm trailing. So tomorrow I'm leaving the house at 3 a.m. and I'm heading to either Quebec or to Kingston, Ontario, because those places both have a lot of parks real close to each other. Quebec has about 30 parks close to each other, and Kingston has about 20. So I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna try to do me a 20 park road. But I'll be leaving at 3 a.m. and I'm not coming back home until after 8. So that's how we're gonna do that. So that's gonna be my weekend. Okay, let's see who else is on the list. There we have KB6 JFL. Please come on in.
Yes, good evening again, everybody on the net, KB6JFL. Got sales in Bakersfield, California, where it was, we don't even want to talk about it, about 40 degrees centigrade, and, well, I think it was 100 degrees, and tomorrow's supposed to be 105 degrees
Woo!
Fahrenheit. So, it's that time of year here in the Southern Valley, Southern San Joaquin Valley. So we're at the pace of it, and heat is the thing here in the summertime. So yes, it's not summer yet, but don't tell the weather people here in California that. Anyway, other than that, field day is always a bunch of fun. Of course, Ernest, you weren't on 17 meters if you're doing field day. 17 meters doesn't count for field day. So I don't know what bank you were on. It did 600 contacts, but it wasn't 17. Anyway, slip of the tongue there, probably not 20 or 40 there. So I'll be doing Charlie Whiskey CW on field day with the club, and my grandson usually helps me when I do it at the house with FTA, but he graduated from 8th grade today, and he will be helping me, I think, with the club this year. He's out there. They invited the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts also, so he'll be involved one way or the other on any of the bands there. So looking forward to that. Just hope it's not 110 degrees that day, but let me break here real quick anyway. I think. Oh, yeah. Anyway, other than that, I'll be listening for James's thing there. I sent him some information this morning. He answered it back fairly quickly, and the rest of it. So just have to figure out what the shipping is there. We'll figure that out. Anyway, other than that, I don't think I have anything else outside of International Space Station pass tonight at 8:13 my time, and I hope it's dark enough I can see it. Makes it easier trying to track it when you can see the thing going by. Anyway, KB6JFL.
KB6JFL in the group. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor returning. Grade 8. That's what I'm talking about. And look, I mean, hey, I should have thought about that. I have 2 grandsons. They're not in grade 8 yet, but these kids, they grow up with a computer in their hand, right? So my oldest grandson there, Preston, I'm gonna have to get him on the air station there. I'm gonna call his mom and tell him he's gonna be coming. It's not gonna be it's gonna be you're coming. It's not gonna be optional. So I'm gonna get him on the air station, and I know you can do FTA too. So I'm gonna have to get him sorted out with that. He'll know. I'll just click on this button, call me if you need me. Get to it, right? That's what's gonna happen. And here's a 20. 20 is like $1,000 to them. Thank you so much, Robert, and we'll break with you. We'll pick it up with James now. VA3JIC. We will have some people have to leave. James, can you come in and tell us about the IP phones there? Over.
Ernest, thanks so much for bringing me back. This is Victor Alpha 3 Julie India Charlie. Well, the SIP phones. I just want to put this out there, Ernest, if it's okay. I have about 40 SIP phones sitting in a locker right now. I'm willing to give them away. I'm willing to sell them at a very minimum cost. So the phones are the 303s, and I have a couple of other phones, but mostly the 303. So how this works is you sign up with Hamshack Hotline, or you sign up with Hams over IP, or Amateur Wire. If anybody needs to know any of that information, please, you're welcome want to really promote this because I think it's a good thing, and I think it's a good thing to have another mode of communication. Also want to mention that I run a net tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern Time on hams over IP on the New Zealand link. Tomorrow I will be the net controller, and we do have net logger now on there, so anybody's welcome to come in. If you don't want to talk or you don't have a phone, please come in and join us on net logger, and I will make sure you get logged in. So with that, Ernest, if you need any more information, please let me know. This is Victor Alpha 3 Julie, the attorney.
Roger, Victor Alpha 3 Juliet India Charlie. If you have the time, could you post that? I know you had posted a picture or something like that on the website on my Facebook group. For those that are new, I do have a Facebook group and a YouTube channel. They're both are Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. If you look me up on QRZ, they're both there, and it's right at the top. You just click the link, and it'll bring you straight to it. One before you go, if they don't have a ham check hotline or they don't have the net logger, are they able to connect maybe by like a DMR thing or anything like that? You guys got any of that going on, like cross things, anything like that?
This is Victor Alpha 3 Julie, Charlie returning. Absolutely on my net for tomorrow. I will post it on your Facebook page. Again, after the net there, Ernest, we do have free DMR, one of the links on there. I will post all that. We do have AllSTAR, and I can't remember the other one. I think it's just recently new put on there. But I will post it on there, absolutely. And, any one of the 3 areas there, you can get in on the net. Please, come and join us. It's a net of pretty simple stuff. We don't really do much. We just have little conversations. This will be my second Saturday on the New Zealand net. So please come over and join us, and I will post that on your Facebook, Ernest. Thank you so much. This is Victor Alpha 3 Julie, India Charlie.
Okay, we appreciate that. Thanks so much. Okay, Devin has gone, and he has said farewell to everybody. VE1DXW out of Nova Scotia. So thanks, Devin, for being out there. James T, I don't have his call sign yet, but he said it's getting pretty busy where he's at. He says, "Poto on." We have my new friend there, VA3EWV that I've been following on a thing called. Wait a minute, let me see what it's called. I just got it. Ham Alert. So I've been watching these guys there, and because the guy that's ahead of me in first place, I was wanting to track when he's out. So every time he goes up, I go out, and he's out there now. I'm getting the alerts there. It looks like this on the phone. I'm showing you to the screen there, folks. Ham Alert. You can get those up to the minute updates. So if you guys do Poto, you want to know where I'm at, you can get that Ham Alert, and it'll definitely let you know. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a rove. A rove. So, and I actually have a song about on the rove again. It's on my YouTube channel there under Big E's Beats. So you can always go and see that. It's about 15 ham radio songs there. Okay, having a lot of fun here tonight. VA2IDX, thanks for being out there. He does a lot of CW, and he has. I called him up because I saw him on the Poto thing too. 1 second, let me pause. I saw him on the Canadian challenge there, and I'm like, oh. And I saw he does CW, so I'm like, hey, can you help me? I'm taking a class there, and he's like, yes. So that's gonna be fun. All right. Anyone on the VE6 IDK repeater or the VE3 PGC repeater wishing to say hello or check in, please come now. Okay, we're going to keep it moving. NX3F, what are you going to be up to for the weekend there? Over.
not really sure yet. Not really sure. Hope to get on and do some operating. I want to also thank VIC, VA3EWV. Oh man, I forgot his name. I'm sorry. Anyways, for that information, I'm gonna check that out and check out that IP phone thing. That sounds like that's really interesting. I should be able to get into that next. I got AllSTAR and DMR. So we're gonna see if we can check that out. Okay, back to you there, Mr. Ernest. VA3EWV. This is NX3F.
All right, NX3F. Good. Whoop, what's happening? Okay, NX3F. It's always good to have you out there. And also as a frequent flyer, that does mean a lot to me to have you guys out there. And I know, especially this time of the year where the summer fun's coming, and you guys are enjoying those 100-degree weathers out there. I was at the Photo Park day with my sweater on because it's still cold here, and it seems like it's raining every other day. But yeah, it's I want to take the time right now to thank all you guys who come out, often. Let's just put it like that, because I just light up like a Christmas tree every time I see it. It's just a blessing having so many people out there on the net every Friday night. Okay, thank you. We're going to break with you, and we're going to bring it to, let's see who else we have out here. VA2IDX, that's Eric there. He's on YouTube there, trying to get my stuff together here. And we have Russell on there too. There's two Russells tonight. So WW1RH, Whiskey 1 RH. He is going to mark him off the list. Let's see. I think I may have gotten everybody. So I'll do open mic now. We're in the last 15 minutes of the net here. If anybody has any questions, comments, or otherwise for anybody in the group or anything to say about field day, we're going to go ahead and open up the mic to you. Just come in with your call sign and your name, and then you can just ask your questions or give your final thoughts there. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Netrock recognizes KB6JFL.
NX3F.
Okay, we got Mr. Allen out there with a question, and we have KB6JFL. We're going to take KB6JFL first. Go ahead there. Go ahead.
No question, but some information on upcoming events, contest-wise. This coming weekend is the digital AWL digital contest. You can use FTA, FT4, or JS Call, any digital mode except for RIDI during that contest. And of course, that's your standard AWL contest frequencies, 10 through 8, or actually 10 through 160, or you have a 160 and 10. Anyway, other than that one, and the week after that is VHF, the spring VHF, the summer VHF contest, or spring VHF contest, AWL. And that's a fun one to play around with, especially at 6 meters that's been open every day except for today. It's been fun on FTA course at 6 meters the last 3 or 4 days, but it's been really good. And then, of course, after that is field day. So it's going to be a busy time. We've got 3 weeks in a row of activity events. It's the major ones of the year as far as different things here. So a lot of fun coming up in June. Other than that, 73 to everybody, and have a good evening, and try to keep warm there. You're waiting for this 100-degree weather. I can figure out how to box it up so you send it to you, but you'll probably charge more for it. Anyway, Kate,
Roger on that. Hey, look, when you said that about the digital thing, see, that's why I like to have these dents. I always tell people that I'm nosy, and because that's why I'm asking what people are doing on the weekends and this and that, because I'm nosy there. And like I also said earlier, for those of you that are chasing grid squares, for those that you are chasing uh, anything like the little contests, or not contests, but awards and recognition, I know I'm on the QRZ thing and I'm trying to get different countries and stuff like that. So, I mean, to hear that there's a digital thing that ARL is putting on, I could probably get some of these countries now. So you don't have to go out there and talk. I was mic shy myself. I know y'all are like, yeah, right. No, I'm telling you the truth. I was mic shy, still kind of mic shy. It just doesn't seem like it, but I am. Anyway, I'm going to definitely be having my ears wide open and looking because with FT8 there, you can actually go in and tell it to sort out what you need. So I'm going to go in there tonight and get all that sorted out, and I'm going to be looking for some new countries and stuff like that. So I really appreciate you letting me know that. Okay, hey, we have two new people that have joined the net here. KJ5 GVQ, that's what I'm talking about, and Victor Echo 3 Whiskey Baker Tom. So let's see. Okay, yeah, KJ5 GVQ was out there first. Come on in. Hey, are you doing anything for Field Day there, Rich? Come on in.
Man, I don't know what I'm going to be doing for field day. I'm glad I made it in. I guess, what's this, 2 weeks in a row? Man, that's some kind of record. I don't know, but did he say that FP8, the digital mode, was next weekend? Or did he say this weekend? I'm actually mobile, headed home from work. I'm on call tonight, and I'm 2 hours away from home, and hoping I don't get another one. But yeah, as far as field day goes, me and KM5 EM was talking about trying to do a camping event, but I haven't sat down and actually looked at all the rules to see. I'm kind of under the impression, we won't be operating a club call, we'll be operating our own calls, and then we just submit our logs. But if I'm wrong, I need somebody to correct me. I need to spend the time. I've never really been much of a contester, but sounds like fun. But I did get to make a contact day before yesterday through the ISS. So that's kind of been my highlights, if you will. But let's send it back to you. KJ5 GVQ.
KJ5 GVQ the net. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Doggone excited for you, that's for sure. Hey man, I saw you post that. That's like a dream. So if you can put some of that on the website, there our Facebook group. For those that don't know, I have the Facebook group. Just look for Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor on Facebook or YouTube, and then it'll bring you to the site there. And I do hope that everybody here can go to the site and start posting up the stuff that they do. It's not all about me; it's all about you. So please post those things up there, and uh, yeah, and for the digital, what days were that again? What days for the digital contest?
Yeah, KP6JFL. The digital contest is June 7th and June 8th. The VHF contest, ARL, is June 14th to June 15th. ARL Kids Day, which is June 21st. And then you have Field Day June 28th. So we've got a lot of stuff coming up here. This month of June is a very, very busy month. But the digital contest, like I said, is on June 7th and June 8th, which should be a lot of fun.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hey, look, we got this room keeps filling up. NX3F, we're going to take you next. I want to say hello though to VE3WBT, and I saw another call sign there, KE2 Charlie Victor Bravo. Just saying hi to you all. Welcome to the net, the AllSTAR EchoLink net. We are having a lot of fun talking about Field Day, the upcoming Field Day, what you're doing for the weekend, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Mr. Allen, we're going to go over to you. NX3F, come on in.
Yeah, okay, VA3EWV NX3F, with the push to talk here. equipment here. I'm not sure what's going on here. Anyways, I'm gonna make this very short. In reference to the IP phone, I was wondering is that obviously that thing is you're using that thing, and the backbone is going to be your Wi-Fi or cellular. Now, I'm not really clear on which direction that thing which direction that thing is use that thing on once you get it up and get it running. Go ahead, back to that controls.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. Yeah, I have mine connected, and I have it just. You know how back in the day you had them like 1,200 foot Ethernet. Just kidding. But you know how people used to have the Ethernet cables running all through the house, right? Like 200-mile runs of it and stuff like that. Okay, VA2IDX. Have a great day. We'll see you soon. Okay, but so at my house. Oh, let me see if I can pull it up so that people can see it on YouTube here. Yes, I can actually do that. Hold on a second. So there's my IP phone right there. It's got an Ethernet cable connected to it. The more fancy phone you get, the better things you could do. So the one that James has, his has Wi-Fi, so he can connect his phone through Wi-Fi in the house. So mine doesn't have Wi-Fi feature, but I'll be doing what everybody else does. I'll eventually sell mine and upgrade to another one. So mine's hardwired right now, and the one he has is Wi-Fi, and I think the one he has too has a Bluetooth headset, so you can go around in your home there and be talking on your ham shack hotline over the Bluetooth phone. So there's the picture over there. And my kids came in there like, you got a home phone now? I'm like, no, bro, this is my ham phone. Anyway, they think I'm something else. Well, thank you, Mr. Allen. We're going to take these two new call-ins right quick. Welcome to the net, Victor Echo 3 Whiskey Bravo Tango. Come on in, tell us who you are, where you're from, how long you've been a ham, and are you going to be having any field day fun, or have you ever participated in field day?
Hey, good evening, Ernest. VA3EWV, this is VA3WVT, Nick here in Sudbury, Ontario. Yeah, I just stumbled across you on YouTube there, so I was watching along, and I figured I'd give EchoLink a shot. I've never tried out the EchoLink before. I had it set up on my phone for a little while, but I never really gave it a go, so I figured I'd pop on in and say hello and see how it's going. Yeah, I've been a ham radio operator since July of last year, so I've never participated in a field day. I'm not really sure how that's going to go. I'm going to have to talk with some of my the local club folks here. They've been fine people so far, so I'll have to learn a little bit more about it and what it's all about and where they're going to be and where I got to go and what they need me to do to learn and to help set things up, because I guess they are interested in some of the younger guys coming in to help out with some stuff, so that might be quite all right. So I'll, I don't know, maybe check that out for the very first time this year, and I'm just learning a lot for the first time. This is my first time checking out the EchoLink, and yeah, I'm just getting into it, just starting all my fun here in the world of ham radio, and I'm having a blast with it. Anyway, thanks for taking my check-in there, Ernest. I'll go ahead and throw it back to you. You're running a fine net, and thanks for taking my check-in. VE3WBT.
VE3WBT and the new ham alert. That's what I'm talking about, folks. Look, good to have you in there. And my two first field days, like I said to everyone at the beginning of that, I walked around with a smile on my face, looking and nodding and just checking things out, right? And they're like, "Oh, come get on the radio," and I'm like, "No, that's okay. I have an earache. My dog needs to go get walked. Anything to not be on that radio." But what I did enjoy was the food and the friendship and stuff like that. So it was definitely a lot of fun. I know that one of the field days, our now club president was actually, excuse me, was helping a young guy build an antenna. And then we had another guy in the garage there that was at my place, and he was wrapping the wire to make a infrared half wave, right? So, oh man, there was so much stuff going on. We had another guy bring in a popcorn machine, and we had food. It was just something else, something else. It was great. So, ready to do number 3 for that. Have that again. Uh, Look, if you can, look for me on QRZ Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. You'll see links there for my YouTube and Facebook groups, and I even have the other field days and stuff. You can go and look at those on those videos, and you'll see the field day fun and all that stuff like that. I even have songs written for it and things like that. So check that out. Okay, we'll break with you, and we'll pick it up with K Kilo Echo 2 Charlie Victor Bravo.
All right, very good. Thanks for taking my check in there, and I'll definitely check out more of your stuff. I'm already subscribed to your YouTube channel there, so I'll be following along. I'm the only one who liked your video tonight there, so anyone else who's tuned in there, it looks like there's 4 people watching. Go ahead and give that a like. How about? Anyway, thanks a lot there, Ernest, for taking my check-in. VA3EWV, I'll send it back to you, and I look forward to catching you on the air again sometime soon. Have a good night. 7-3.
7-3. Okay, let's bring in now Mr. Eaton from Brooklyn there. KE2 Charlie Victor Bravo. Come on in.
Good evening. The time is 9 p.m.
Well, I think there was a time out here for a second. Okay, everyone, KTCB, glad to be part of the net. Ernest, thanks for the net. One of the better ones, actually. We're just here chilling out in Brooklyn right now, New York. 3 miles south of the Brooklyn Bridge. In a few minutes, I'm probably going to go upstairs and crank up that radio that we spoke about earlier.
Okay, Eaton, are you still there? You dropped off. You said you're gonna go. You're gonna go crank up the radio we spoke about earlier. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with I'm using EchoLink to the web. I'm not using the app on the phone. But yeah, I'm gonna go crank up something in a little while. I actually had it hooked up to the HDMI earlier. It's much better graphics. For those of you who contemplating like what I'm speaking about, I'm really using a HF signals, ZBitX radio on mode, and I've been pretty much using it with FT8 for the last about the last week or so. It's an excellent radio. Has a lot of things going on with it that are extraordinary. So that's what I've been doing lately. I was never really a fan of FT8, but this radio has it actually built in, so you can get things done.
Well, there you go, folks. Right there. And I missed that. I missed that FT8 was built into the radio. That's a doggone game changer. That's a game changer right there. I'm going to tell you that now. So just to give you an update, everybody, this morning I was reaching out to Eaton there, our friend Eaton, KE2 Charlie Victor Bravo. He does QRP radio. And I was like, QR what? He says QRP. Anyway, they heard me out on the air, and I think they got to work me last week when I was out there on one of my 350 QSO benders. I'm trying to keep myself in the challenge there. And he says, Ernest, have you ever done QRP? And I was like, no. Is that like sweet? What? I don't know that Q code. Anyway, I want you to know, and I'll be posting it on the website. Probably not tonight because I'm a little tired. But I want you to know that I went out there tonight to the park, and I put my radio on 10 watts, just so you know. And I worked 33 stations, And let me see the furthest station I worked here. Let me just bring it up on the map here. The state. Oh, I think I can share this since I'm on YouTube. Yeah, hold on. I can share my screen. Let me just do that now. Share entire screen. Yep. Yep. So I'll do that now. Oh, let me move this one out the way there. Okay. So there we go, folks. You can see it right here in front of your eyes. I had 33 QSOs in 2 hours. So it took a little while, but that's okay. I did 15 QSOs on FT8, 13 on FT4, and then I did 5 because I wanted to get the park activated. So once I got the park activated, then I was like, okay, I'm feeling pretty comfortable there. Let me try this here. And then I went to my radio. Well, let me pause for a second. Okay, I have the Yaesu 991 Alpha that my wife so graciously purchased for me when I passed my advanced class there. So shout out to the XYL. Anyway, the radio goes down to 5 watts. And I made my 5 SSB contacts on 5 watts. And I didn't say anything or whatever, and that we're giving signal report. Then after everything was good, I said, hey, because the first guy I talked to, I said, he said he came back with a 5.5. I'm like, okay. I said, before you go away, because like Ethan was saying up in the finals off the radio, I shouldn't get it. Hey, but anyway, I said, hey, don't go away. Can you just stay for a second and help me out? Because I want to test some stuff. So I said, I'm using 5 watts for the first time, and we're talking to each other. You can hear me okay. He says, yeah, I hear you about a 5.5, 5.3, with this, with the whatever. I said, okay, I'm going to put up to 20 watts now. And he started saying, okay, you're a something S unit or something. I wasn't paying attention. And then I said, okay, I'm going to go to 40 watts. And he's like, not a big of a change. And then I went to 50 watts. Then I went to 60. And then I went to the full 100. And he's like, okay, you from 100 to 10, you only went up such and such S unit. And I was like, what? Are you kidding me? And then I put it back down to 10, and I worked the rest of the thing. So I'm a believer now. I'm a believer that you can work the world with 5 watts. There. Back over to you, Ethan. We got a comment. We got a comment from KJ5 GVQ. Come on in there, KJ5.
Hey, I appreciate you taking the comment. On that QRP thing, man, that is something that I have really learned to enjoy. And I wanted to share, in case I lost y'all, at 5 o'clock Central, they did a QRP SSB net, and they stream it live on YouTube. And I've got gauge 2 radios, so as low as I can go is 5 watts. And I need to get me some type of attenuator, but I'm wanting to get a QRP rig because they got guys checking in on that net with milliwatts, and it's just it's amazing what you can do with such little wattage. And if you get below 1 watt, they turn the disco lights on. They've got a cabin set up in Iowa in the cornfield, and they've got a speed set up down in South Carolina. So they got 2 net control operators, and they pass it back and forth, and you can always find them on NetLogger. So I ain't gonna hold it, but I wanted to share that. They're a great group of guys. I talk to them all the time, and they follow my channel, and they always trying to work me when I'm doing photos. And I'll be activating on a Sunday evening, and I'll shut my POTA down just to go check on their net. Done it plenty of times. All right, back to you, Ernest. I appreciate you letting me in with the comments. KJ5, GBQ.
Roger. See, that's pretty exciting stuff. That's what we're here for, folks. Check it out, too. KJ5 GVQ also runs the net on 40 meters, folks. Like, we're the net controllers around this parts. So KJ5 GVQ, if you can put the shout out on my net on my Facebook page too, when you have your net and stuff like that. Also, you have the YouTube channel as well, folks. He has a YouTube channel. He live streams. I'm also always supporting my brothers out there in radio. So check out. And I don't want to say the name wrong because I was like, man, because it's the raw something's another. I don't. Could you come back with your call sign and tell us about your YouTube channel right quick?
Yeah, I appreciate you giving me an opportunity to do a plug there. The call is Kilo Juliet 5 Golf Victor Quebec, and I'm the Raw Ham. And on Wednesday nights at 7 Central, I'm set up on 40 meters unless the noise is too bad, and if so, I go to 20 meters. And you can find me on that longer. And of course, I do a live stream when I do it. And the channel is my call Kilo Juliet 5 Golf Victor Quebec, the Raw Ham. You kind of can't miss me. Back to you, Ernest. KJ5 GVQ. Appreciate it.
Roger, KJ5 GVQ. We appreciate you being out there, brother. I'm going to tell you. Okay, Eaton, back over to you. I think you were a little to tell me a little bit about that, but you didn't tell me about the disco ball. And you mentioned attenuator today, and he's talking about attenuator. You want to add a little bit more to that, Eaton? Go ahead. He's still out there. Let me see.
Roger. KJ5 Golf Whiskey Quebec. I'm going to plan to try to check out your channel at some point. And yes, I am on that QRP SSD net with Kevin and Steve. And I have gotten down to 150 milliwatts, 150 milliwatts. Kevin heard me. Steve had a little, well, not so much difficulty. He had his house turned in another direction. But as Ernest mentioned and what you mentioned, an attenuator. The QRP guys attenuator kit. You got to sort out some parts, but it's nothing that we can't handle it on a scale of 1 to 5 difficulty. It's probably like a 1. And what you do is you just put it in line. That's the last thing that should be in your feed point, actually. And you can attenuate up to 30 decibels, and it's switched. So you can switch in by itself, 20 by itself, or 30 altogether. And that will cut down on your signal significantly. The only thing you need to be aware of is we run Yazoo, a lot of us, so what you should do is make your max output on your Yazoo 10 whiskeys, and then work down from there. So when you get to 5, if they still hear you, then you should start switching in your attenuator 10 dBs.
Okay, so Richard, did you get that? KJ5 GBQ?
Yeah, I didn't know if it was me or him that dropped off. I went down in the hole to the mobile. And I did not catch his call, but I recognized the voice. And I don't remember if it was last weekend or weekend before, but he's the one that gave me the idea of using an attenuator. I remember hearing him. I was listening to the net. I think I had already checked in. I don't know. But, so you said that QRP guys is where I can find that kit?
Eden, are you still there, Eden? His call sign is Kilo Echo 2 Charlie Victor Bravo. Kilo Echo.
Has some resistors in it and a couple other things that you got to sort it together. I don't know what's going on with my transmit. Yeah, it has a few resistors, a few other components and switches that you solder in. It has, I believe it's BNC connectors on the input and the output. That I believe it has. And you sort that thing up. It shouldn't take more than 5 minutes or so. You have some feel.
All right, I lost you there at the end, and I don't know if this was me or what. Ernest, if you can help me out, bud, and write that down. I'm headed down the road. Maybe shoot me a text or an email of whatever website or wherever I need to go to look up those components. Because I sure would like to put that together, and then that'll keep me from buying another radio. Or for a short time anyway. You know, a man cannot have too many radios or antennas. KJ5 GBQ, back to you.
Roger, Roger. Eaton is coming to us tonight from the web-based EchoLink. So just to know, let y'all know, so you can get the EchoLink on tablet, phone, PC, and then now you can. Jonathan made it possible that you can just go to any web browser. So you can, as long as you have an account, you can hit EchoLink on anything almost with a Wi-Fi signal. Hey, look, I'm going to put Eaton to work though. His call sign is Kilo Echo 2, Charlie Victor Bravo. You don't have to worry about writing that down because I'm going to task him to put that information on the website there for all of us to see so we can go out there and get the disco lights going ourselves there. So that's what we're going to have Eden do for us there. Okay, we are at the top there. Is anybody on the VE3 PGC repeater wishing to make any comments? Please come now.
Ernest, it's Peter. I've been listening for the last few minutes. No traffic, just say hi to everybody on the net.
Well, hello, Peter. Before you go, I know you don't have any traffic, but I just met Peter about a week or so ago. I'm with the Seaway Valley Amateur Radio Club there, and Peter lives in the area. Peter, before you go, could you tell everybody, well, you already told me your name, but how long you've been a ham, et cetera, and have you ever did any field day activities? Over.
All right, I've been a silent ham for the last 20 years. Prior to that, I lived in Montreal, was a member of the West Island Club, and I used to travel for work Montreal to Toronto very regularly, so I had a VHF radio with me. I've just come to HF, bought my first rig, and haven't even turned it on yet. I'm going through I promised myself I'd read the entire manual before I plugged it in. And what else? QTH. I live in Alexandria, which is about 25 kilometers north of Cornwall, and it's halfway between Montreal and Ottawa.
Okay, awesome. We're not going to hold you there. Just give me your call sign. I wrote it down wrong because it's not coming up in the in my logbook. Can I have your call sign again?
VE3 TOT, Tango, Oscar, Tango.
Okay, Gary. I thought I heard thunder and lightning. Better not be. I want to go outside and do some radio tomorrow. Gary, thanks for being out there. Thanks for putting the bean in the pot. We hope to hear you out there again. I have this net every Friday evening at 8 o'clock. It's 3 rounds of traffic. The first round is usually a topic. Tonight's topic was field day. The second round is what are you doing for the weekend? And then the third round is people talking across, like the crosstalk that you hear here. They have pen and paper, and they jot things down, and we pass the mic around. So it's a good time. I haven't seen a net run like this before, and it's a lot of fun. So thank you for being out there. And what kind of radio did you get you?
I bought a
Kenwood
Kenwood TS590.
TS590. Okay, so that's the radio, folks. If you guys out there in Radio Land know anything about the radio, when we come back next week, if he's around and wants to ask questions, because we do that here. We figure things out and ask questions and stuff like that, post things on the net. Thanks so much for being out there. Repeat on the VE3 PGC repeater. Any other check-ins for the VE3 PGC repeater, please come now. Okay, it's open mic. We have KE2, Charlie Victor Bravo, Kilo Bravo 6, JFL, VA3 GIC, and K5 BDL. Those are folks who are left. Anybody with any last comments? K5 BDL, you have any last comments before you go have a wonderful weekend there with the pretty young fox there? Over. Hey, did you tell her I said that?
everybody have a great weekend coming up, and good evening. And matter of fact, I am with on the phone with a pretty foxy lady, and so I told her the mnemonic we came up with for her tonight, so she enjoys that. Anyway, she says second 3 as well, and everybody take care. Hopefully make contact with you by next week, if not before. Maybe even on POTA. K5DDL in Northeast Texas with K5TFL.
Thank you both for being out there and bringing some joy to the net, and have a good weekend to the two of you there. Kilo Echo 2, Charlie Victor Bravo. Any last comments there? Over.
Okay, a little delay on the web. Okay. Yeah, Roger. No, I just want to tell everybody how to get out there and make some contacts. If you've never tried QRP before, Ernest will attest to the fact that it works. You don't need 1,000 watts all the time. You just need to be heard. And I realize that most times, sometimes even if you don't tell the station what you're running, and they hear you, they're not going to know the difference anyway. I have a general practice of sometimes I'll run the max wattage to make the contact if there's a pileup or something like that, and then I immediately start dialing down the power. That's what I do. I use the minimum amount. And that's the conversation myself and Ernest had earlier. If wherever things really, really go bad, you ain't going to be lugging a DX10 out the door with you. Those little QRP radios and a simple antenna, and between 3 to 5 watts, a very long way. So it's just another skill that you can hone. It's definitely an art to operating that way. Sometimes you have to have a great amount of patience.
Yep, Roger on the great amount of patience. I was out there chomping at the bit, I'll tell you. But you know what? I just relaxed, and I was like, you know what? Today's kind of a freebie day. Tomorrow, I know because I got the handler that the guy is out there, and he's putting up a good fight. So when June comes, I'll just let you guys have a little sneak peek of what's happening. If you, I don't know how to spell it off the top of my head there, but Canada has a Cold War museum called Diefenbunker, right? So if anybody can look for that, the Diefenbunker, I'll start putting some things on the web for that. But I found out that it's a Parks on the Air site. It's built underground. It was built all in a shroud of secrecy. Nobody knew it was coming. And then ages and ages later, they unveiled that they had the bunker down there for the Cold War. I was calling about it to see if there was a mission and stuff like that, because I just want to not just show up and they run me off, but they do a guided tour. So when I go to do that park, I'm actually going to be taking a guided tour and just looking in and filming. I asked, can you film? And they said yes. So I'll be taking my camera down, but it won't be live because it's like a lot underground, like a long way. You'll have to go check it out. But I found out that they had a radio room in the bunker that they use all the time. I'm like, what? Get out of here. 1 second, let me pause. So I'm like, oh, I got to get in on this. So here's the deal, though. They have a team of volunteers that run that station, and they run it 5 days a week, right? So I was like hunting around, and then I found the page, and it said, sign up to be a volunteer, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm going to hold off. I'm not going to do any activations or nothing like that. I'm going to hold off on my, I'm still going to go take the tour first and get all that out the way. And I'm going to just keep it to myself. I've applied to become a volunteer to operate the radio at this Cold War museum. But they have to be vetted and all that stuff like that. So I wrote it up, and I wrote all about my volunteer work, which I'm glad I did a lot of volunteer work and stuff like that. I wrote that I was in communications in the military, yada, 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 the whole my advance, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, man, wouldn't it be very, very cool to activate a historic site in the place on their radio. That'll be cool. Okay, yeah, so that's what I'm getting ready for and getting all started out for the weekend. Okay, who's up next that wants to say any ending comments? Please come now. You don't go at the same time.
Mr. Officer, Julie and the attorney reach out.
Net recognizes Victor Alpha 3, Juliet Indian Charlie for the recheck. Go ahead.
Ernest, I just wanted to let you know I posted my net on your Facebook page, and I also posted some pictures of both of my phones I use with the sidebars on your Facebook.
Oh yeah, Roger. Okay, there you go. James is in the house there. That's some nice little sidecars there for that phone too. That's pretty fancy, And thank you, James, too, for posting the net there as well. Thank you for that, and we'll get it popping. Ethan, thank you for posting your pictures too on the website as well. There, we appreciate all that activity there. Okay, anyone else? Please come on in. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. KJ5, GVQ at the recheck. Come on in there.
Hey, that's pretty amazing. What you're talking about that bunker, and man, that's gonna be really awesome when you get to do a voluntary deal. I've been wanting to, but I know I can't right now. There's just so much going on. But one day I want to do. I want to volunteer for Maritime Mobile. One day, just can't do it now. But I got another call for work, and just wanted to say 73 to everybody, and glad to meet some new folks tonight, and interested in the QRP deal. And check out QRP SSC, and check out the YouTube channel. Kevin put up a video a day or two ago where he was walking around his place with a portable rotatable dipole with ham sticks, and contacted a station in Slovenia with 5 watts with the Zygoon X6100, which that's the radio I'm thinking I'm going to go with as well. But either way, I know I got another call I'm going to have to drop off. But Water State 73, and I'm going to keep listening as long as I can. Good evening, y'all, from KJ5GVQ.
Well, there you have it, folks. KJ5GVQ, thanks for sharing that stuff too. And don't forget to stop by after work or sometimes before your net on Wednesday and post it up there. Look, guys, you can do the event, and if you have recurring things, just post it the event and have it reoccurring. So if you can't do it, I don't know if you can or not, but if not, just give me what you want to put up there and I'll do it, and I'll make it a reoccurring event. Okay, anyone else from anywhere wanting to check in, please come now. Okay, well, I think we will stop it right there, folks. Man, we had a good time tonight. So I'll just, from the top, Kilo 5 Bravo Delta Lima, Kilo 5 Papa Lima Fox, Kilo Bravo 6 Juliet Foxtrot Lima, Kilo Echo 2 Charlie Victor Bravo, Kilo Juliet 5 GVQ, Kilo Lima 5 Romeo Tango, NX3F, VA2IDX, VA3GIC, VE1DXW, VE3TOT, VE3WBT, out of Sudbury there, VE6IDK, the repeater, WW1RH, and Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Yours truly. Thank you guys for coming out, and I can't wait to see you next week. And then we'll have some more fun. For those that you're on the YouTube channel, since this is a field day coming up, I'm going to play my field day song. For those of you that are on the YouTube channel, you can hear the field day song. For those of you that are not, get on there so you can go hear it. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor saying 7-3 all, and we'll see you next week. Okay, let's get the field day song pulled up here. It's called let me go find it. Give me a second. I have so many of these songs. Radio games. Here we go. Yo, it's a radio field day. Antennas up high. Good friends, good vibes under clear blue sky. I'm gonna see if this on my YouTube's. I think it is. Summers in the air. Frequencies tuning, ain't got no cares to spare. Radio games playing all day contact. 7-3 regardless, punching back, have a blast. Worth the world runs the tax and with that signal strong from coast to land. Okay, hold on a second. I'm sharing the screen. I think I'm sharing the screen, so I'm just gonna pause it because I have this. Oh yeah, I have it on the YouTube station here. So not YouTube station. Well, that's on the road again. But here's the song here, Radio Games. So I'm gonna play it from here. Okay, so that's one, and then let me see the field day song. Okay. I have so many songs. Oh, okay. So as I said, the audio is not coming through properly. So I'm just going to stop it there. But you guys see the? I'll put the link in the. I'll just put the link to the this here. So what you guys want to do is you want to go to the Facebook group. Excuse me, the YouTube channel. And when you get to the YouTube channel, you're going to go to playlist, okay? And on the playlist, there's the Big E's Beats. I'm just going to drop this in the chat. So there you go, right there. That's the YouTube playlist in the chat there, so you can look at everything in there. And I do believe our field day was in there. There's lots of stuff on there. So yeah, have fun, everybody. Have a good rest of your evening. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. We're going to be saying 7-3, and we're going to be closing that. Have a great day, and see y'all later. Bye for now. All right, disconnect that and close down the live. Have a great weekend, everybody.